Hey guys, Dave Maggot here. I'm going to be reviewing Trivial from 2024, written and directed by James L. Edwards. He also directed Her Name is Krista, Brimstone Incorporated, and he was also Butch Harlow in Bloodletting, one of my favorite independent horror movies from the 90s. And he was also in Dead Next Door, which is a fucking classic. So we got Trivial today. It's about a woman who kidnaps people to be on a game show, an internet game show, and she is played by Sasha Graham from Bloodletting, and her name is Krista in Brimstone Incorporated. You got Drew Fortier, isn't it? He's from Brimstone Incorporated, and her name is Krista. You got Rick Germain. He's been in a bunch of like independent movies, and you get James L. Edwards in it, he literally is like, I'll get to that. Yeah, Sasha Graham kills it as the host of this talk show. Pretty much playing for your life. And what I really liked about it was, obviously, it has got great blood, great gore. The blood's got like a color to it that it's just like in abundance, and I really liked it. Yeah. What was amazing about it, story-wise, is that the trivia didn't cop out on the trivia. Like, the trivia actually, like, it says in the tagline you learn something, like at the end of the tagline, but it's very informative trivia. Definitely didn't cop out on the trivia, definitely had good trivia, so it made you, like, play along like it was an actual game show. So it didn't, like, it had that all over the place, just like smart stuff like that. A very smart movie, and acting was awesome. You got staples from like all across independent horror and stuff like that. James L. Edwards can act with his eyes. If he has been doing it since the 80s, and definitely one of the greatest like independent horror actors, and now horror actors and directors. Like, just his facial expressions, like his attitude. He plays the best like asshole. He plays the best asshole in like horror movies. And his eye, just he can act with his eyes. Like, if he was in a movie like where he didn't talk at all and just acted with his eyes, like he's got that like down pat, and did a great job directing wise with this. It was funny, it was bloody, it was informative, it was smart. Had a good story. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Like everything they do. Like, ever since the late 80s, 90s, just definitely James L. Edwards is one of the people that I say helped hold horror together in the tape trading time, when horror wasn't popular anymore, when like Hollywood was trying to make horror. I say this a lot. When Hollywood was trying to make horror like a bad word, like they wouldn't call like Silence of the Lambs a horror movie. It was a psychological thriller. Like, they pretty much had it with the whole slasher boom of the 80s. So in the 90s, they were just making it a bad word, making horror a bad word, until it came back in like 96 with Scream, obviously, and then it was okay to have horror movies again. But like, all the independent horror people during that time held it together. I say that a lot. Especially with Bloodletting. I love Bloodletting. Like, I say that a lot too. But Trivial is really good, and just check it out. I believe it's up for pre-order now. But very smart, as got a good pace to it, a runtime. Filmed very good, and at the same time it gives you that feel of those 90s, the ones they were making during the 90s. And if you can hold your style together for that long, and it's always consistent, then you're doing a good job. So independent horror is going strong. It's always been going strong. It never stopped. They held it together during that time. All those directors that were making them during the 90s and late 80s just like held it together, and they're still going. Yeah. So check out Trivial. I've been Dave Maggot, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.